bow
Okay.
through that.
So we're live. I just streamed this bad boy live.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to worry about. Hey, not this. I don't have a lot of. I don't have a strong following yet. The following is light, so
Oh yeah, I know what that's
that's why I
like.
just like go live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same for me.
Is that right?
Just in case anybody wants to tune in the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just checking the audio. I know it's working. Yeah. I'm just checking the audio. I know it's working. Yeah, that was you, right? Okay, so your audio is working. Perfect. Hi, good evening, and welcome to another Bravery and Healing episode. We're here at Crescendo Studios, Open Mic Live, Thursday night. This is the April version. Today I'm here with a new friend. She's Lady Mercie. She's new to the Your Social Network, but she's been here before once or twice. She is not your usual singer. She's a dancer, actually, and she's here to share about her dance, her art, and yeah, how she's doing. Yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
thank you
welcome. How
so
are
much
you?
for having me.
Of
I'm great.
course, of course. You're most welcome. So you were saying that you were looking for space, and that's how you found yourself here
Yes.
because you were going to do a show.
Yes, my Latin ballroom show
Okay.
that I had last December, and it was the very first live show that I did with my partner, Justus Gervanius. It's called Dance Passion Live.
Okay.
So yeah, we were looking for a space that had a great dance floor for us,
Yeah.
enough space for us to move because it's partner dancing, the Latin dancing, and we were gonna do
Which Latin
more.
dance do you do?
It was cha cha, Argentine tango, um, bolero, which
Yeah.
is a really beautiful slow dance, and also bachata. A lot of
Yeah,
people love
yeah, yeah.
bachata.
Okay. Are you Latina yourself?
No, I'm actually not. I'm actually from this area,
Okay.
Maryland and DC.
And
Yeah.
what got you into Latin dance? Or have you always been a dancer and now this is like your niche?
Yes, yes. I've always been a dancer ever since I was 3 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've done lots of
You have the
styles
elegant
since
vibe going
then.
on type. The dancer ballet type of.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
have the
I've done some
vibe. You
ballet
have it.
before.
The I don't want to say daintiness, but the delicateness, the elegance, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, dancers
yeah.
have it. You definitely embody it.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Appreciate
yeah.
it.
Okay, so you've been dancing since you were 3 years old,
Yes.
and then
Yes, I've done some different styles ever since then, like hip hop, jazz,
yeah,
ballet, like you were saying, lyrical, modern,
yeah.
and then I was like introduced to the Latin ballroom and partner dancing through my aunt actually,
Okay,
because her and my uncle became students at Arthur Murray Dance Studios.
okay.
So yeah, I got to watch them
Yeah,
perform, and
yeah,
it was kind of the first time I saw it like up close and personal in my
yeah.
own life. And ever since watching them, and kind of also like watching them rehearse at their studio, and then
Okay.
also on the performance floor, like I knew I'd be at Arthur Murray one day, and I ended up getting a job as an instructor there a few years ago.
Nice, congratulations. Okay, so you're an
Thank you.
instructor as well,
Yeah.
okay. Um, is partner dancing a lot different than like
Yes.
just like yeah?
Yes, it's very different. Yeah, because there's two different positions. Even though you're doing the same dance, you have to really pay attention because one person is going to be like on one foot going one direction, and then you're holding onto them, but you're going on like the other foot in the other direction.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the follow position.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more natural to me because leaders kind of have to be a little bit more ahead thinking with
Uh huh.
decision making as you dance.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
you in life as well? Do you feel?
I do. Sometimes I do feel more comfortable just following and kind of go with the
You're a
flow.
loyal follower. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but sometimes I do have to like switch it to like make decisions and like be more of a like leading position and kind of just like
Yeah.
make a whole different choice to make a new path in my life.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, how do you like teaching? Because you're an instructor for dance, but at some point you're a teacher. You're an instructor in in general. It could be
Yes.
just as the same as a teacher of a kindergarten or a professor. At some level, you are being a mentor. How do you like that? How long have you
Yeah.
been doing it?
I had done it starting in 2023, that
Okay,
summer
recent. Okay,
when I started the job. Yeah, yeah. And I stayed there at that studio for about a year and a few months. And the instructing was really great. Yeah,
you
I
liked
had
it.
an
Okay,
amazing experience. Yeah, like, because I had, it's kind of like as an instructor, you're like in a team as far as like your coworkers and everything, but
the
you'll end
class.
up having like your students who you
Yeah,
specifically will like teach on like a daily or a weekly basis. And they really, even though I was like a new instructor in the studio, they really like trust you like
the
immediately
students,
almost. Yeah, the
because
students.
they don't know you're a new instructor. Do they know that you're a new instructor?
Some of them do, like if
Okay.
they've already been at the studio, but
Are
if
they
they're like new
beginners? Are they
students,
intermediate dancers?
yeah, yeah, both. Like
Okay.
most of the students that I was like in charge of were beginners, so it was a little bit easier for me to like teach them a
Mm-hmm.
lot
Mm-hmm.
that I knew. And then I also had some students who were also intermediate who had been
Okay.
at the studio a few years. And those were the ones that like when I was really going hard with training and
Mm-hmm.
like teaching myself from the videos, all of the new technique and everything, I would immediately practice it with my intermediate students.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So you're also like it's also like a case study. You're also doing trying on new steps, and they
Yes.
also probably input saying, "Hey, maybe this move could be this manner."
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly how it goes. Yeah.
Is there a particular dance that you prefer teaching that you know that you're good at teaching more than others?
I definitely feel like cha cha. Yeah. Definitely cha cha and rumba. But like all my students knew that cha cha was like my favorite
Is
dance,
cha-cha a little bit
period.
more upbeat,
Yeah, more
like salsa
upbeat.
kind of, like
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that vibe? Like
exactly.
you
The
gotta
same
move a little
vibe.
bit.
Exactly. Same vibe as salsa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know
Very
samba
fun.
as well?
Yes, yes, I know some samba.
Mm.
Yeah, we did samba, Arthur Murray, and so that was actually one of the first ones I got to choreograph a little bit, a brand new routine for
Okay.
one of my students, my couple who was like learning dance for the first time, and they wanted to perform in an event, and one of the
Yeah.
routines we choreographed for them was the samba. So,
Do you ever find yourself like you're a dance instructor for them, but do you ever find yourself dealing with a student as a mentor where they're just kind of like, I suck at this. Why can't I get my leg right? And then you realize you're just a dance instructor, but now you're finding yourself in this position where you have to console this person and kind of
yes,
uplift their spirit because
exactly.
you're their dance instructor. You like are the all-knowing dance instructor to them, right? Do
Yeah.
you feel that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have those times where I can recognize as I'm like talking with my student and like we're learning something new for them. You know, they are so interested in learning it, but at the same time, it's challenging for them, and they might express that they're you know not so confident
Yeah.
about how they're doing with it, but that's where I have to step in and like encourage them, like, you've been doing so great, like just recognize how great you've been doing so far, like since we got started and all the way up until now, like this is what you've been able to learn and you're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
keep learning, and just like being there to
yeah.
boost
You
that
find
confidence.
yourself doing that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Is there story in your dance, in the art that you present? Is there story?
Yes, yes,
Can a viewer, like
especially.
a viewer that doesn't know it, can I tell?
Yes, especially because like whether it's a song that is lyrical, who has a
Hmm.
singer, or it's a song that's totally instrumental, and then you follow the rhythm. I feel that whenever I'm dancing, I specifically like to match that as much as possible, like match whatever the artist is singing about
Ah,
and
okay.
what they're expressing, or the rhythm of the song from the
Yeah.
instrumentation, like whatever that feeling is that the instruments are giving, what they're expressing, I try to match that with the movement as much as possible. Yeah.
Do you understand Spanish? Do you dance in Spanish because you're doing Latin?
Yes, yes. I do dance to Spanish a lot with the Latin dancing.
So are you
Only
understanding it?
understand a little bit. Yeah, that's like one of my goals, to like fluently learn Spanish
It's
one
gonna
day.
seep in, especially
Yeah.
because you're telling me that you like to vibe and you like to move to what they're saying.
Yes.
So it's like, well, you can feel it. It's like, what is it they're saying? So you're probably it's gonna seep in.
Yeah, yeah. The more and more I do lyric translation, the more stuff is like familiar. And then yeah, that's one of my major goals as far as like both Spanish and also Arabic because I'm also a belly dancer, and there's a lot of you know, Arabic speaking and singing artists, for the Middle Eastern music. So
Yeah.
those are my two goals.
I like the
Foreign language learning.
I listen to Arabic music, but I listen to the they sample old Arabic music into like trap or
Yes.
or like club music,
Pop music,
and
yeah, pop music,
and I
yeah,
don't
reggaeton.
understand it, and that's okay. But it's really hot music.
Yes.
It and it's just and it's just old. Supposedly some of these songs are very old, very
Mhm.
romantic, but then it's like it's plugged into this like upbeat EDM type of vibe, and I
Yes.
just man, it's really hot.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's also infectious. Like you can't help but like get into the vibe
Yeah.
like when they turn the music on, yeah.
Um, you're an instructor, right?
Mhm.
You've been dancing a lot, so at some point you know that you're a good dancer. Like you want to do your own shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Was there a point where you made that transition? Like where you told yourself, you looked in the mirror and you saw it and you were like, you know what? I'm a dancer.
Yeah.
Versus like when you were like, I don't know, like you're just still doubting the way your body's moving versus there's a that click where you're just like, no, this is how I move and this is I'm a dancer. Like did that happen when you were a teenager in your 20s? Was there a certain time?
I would probably say probably in my 20s when I first started belly dance. Because I started to learn in 2020,
Okay.
and it was like um, I had been noticing, um, there were a couple of, I was in Miami at the time,
Okay.
and there were a couple of studios down there that had specifically teaching students in belly dance, and I was interested in this one. It was called Belly Motions, and I was getting ready to start classes there in person, but that's exactly when COVID happened,
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
we had everything shut down when the
yeah.
pandemic started. So I started belly dancing with those classes in their virtual
Yeah.
online session. And when I started that, and then like I fell in love with it, and just continue to also look up like belly dance tutorials and choreography and like little drill videos and stuff like on YouTube. Like I fell so in love with it, and that's when I decided this is like the dance for me, and like the one that I want to in the future become like a solo um, dance artist, and my
Ah,
solo dance style is going to be belly dance, like because I felt like that I'm a dancer and that this dance is for me.
is that right?
Yeah.
It could also be like the age, 20s.
Yes, exactly. That's another great point.
The
Yeah.
merging of
Merging, and yeah, like almost like starting to leave the teenage years and enter into womanhood. It definitely does feel like that. Like it's
yeah.
kind of an expression of womanhood to me, belly dance, because like you can feel like so graceful, so feminine, so flirty or sassy sometimes with the moves in belly dance.
Ah,
Yeah, so
and all the other ones were kind of
definitely.
like rigid, you feel?
Yeah, some of them, like
Because
what
you
I was
had been learning
doing.
it from a young age, right?
Yeah,
So you couldn't really. Well, maybe it'll come back to you later on, but right now you feel this feminine type of thing, and you're rocking it. And
yeah,
right now it's been this. It's a phase right now, but you really enjoy yourself expressing in through
for
belly
sure.
dancing.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
definitely.
I like that. The shows that you do now, since you did like Latin dancing, but do you also do a little bit of? Do you mix in or integrate a little bit of belly dancing moves? Yeah, you
Yes,
sneak it in there.
yeah, yeah. And it's so funny because some of the songs that I had started working on are the type of songs that literally could have both. Like, that's why I chose the song from Buttons, the Pussycat Dolls, Nicole
Oh,
Scherzinger,
good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had decided to do cha cha with me and Eustace, our first like dance video that we did
Mhm.
together. And I wanted to have a song that kind of had both of those feels, that had the cha cha Latin beat, but also had like the Middle Eastern instrumentation that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
cool
That
for
song
belly
definitely
dance.
does has it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely go like, listen to that song and recognize that, and then like watch our video because
Well, yeah,
it
let us know
has,
where we can find you on what kind of
yeah, like social
platforms are you
media
on.
handles. Yeah, I'm on like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube now, and also Facebook. And
And your handler is
yes, my handle is lady.mercie, and Mercie is spelled Mercie. Yes.
CIE people. Okay, and your partner that you're dancing with, how long have you
Yes.
been dancing with him? And I'm guessing the chemistry is good because you guys are gonna go. You're locking into live shows, right?
Yes,
So yeah, how long have you
exactly.
been dancing with him?
Yeah, it's been so great to work with him. It's been like a year now that we've known each other because
Mm-hmm.
we started talking 2 like Januarys ago. So like last year, the very like beginning of the year, and started talking about like collaborating, and it was going to be like such a big project for me because he lives like in Europe. His home
Okay.
country is Lithuania, and
How'd you guys meet then?
we connected
Excuse me.
online. Oh yeah, you're good. Online. We, the platform Fiverr was how like we originally connected. Cause
Fiber.
yeah, Fiverr.
Yeah, it comes every other interview.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the platform that we first like connected on. Fiverr.
This is a platform for dancers.
No, it's actually like for freelancers, like freelancers of all kinds who like do business together, hire, collaborate, stuff like that.
Okay.
And so I found him because I was specifically like looking for someone who was like already experienced, like
Mm-hmm.
professional, and who had a part of their profile that they like wanted to do like dance videos and wanted to do like collaborations as far as choreography and stuff like that. So that's how I found him, and we started like talking about my vision and everything, all the stuff that I wanted to do as far as like storytelling with the songs, because not every dancer is experienced with that. Like sometimes people can choreograph, but they don't necessarily have the full understanding of how to take the moves and express them exactly the way like the song is portraying. So when we
Can you
talked
tell
in
that between
January,
dancers?
yeah, I feel like I can definitely tell. Yeah, with
Who's just
looking at
kind
a
of like
show.
doing the steps versus who's like.
Exactly. Like who's really fully expressing it to like the highest extent. I can tell when I look at it. Yeah.
Mm.
And we started talking in January, and we were able to collaborate in March of
Okay.
last year. Yeah. So it's been a year now that
He
we've
comes
known each
here
other. Yeah, he comes here to dance with me, and we are going to be planning like some international stuff where I go over
to
there and to
Europe.
Europe. Yeah, yeah, it's going to
Have
be
you
so
been?
exciting. Not yet. No,
That's
you got
cool
to
that you're
plan
gonna go
something
in as a
great.
dancer. Can you
Exactly.
imagine? That's where you are in life, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a dream come true when it happens.
Do you see yourself even like because right now we're in an artist space, at the studio, but
Hmm.
even outside, dance, like that is that always around? Is that you? Like, is that always there with you at the like, you just always see yourself as a
Hmm.
dancer. Like the way
Yes.
you take care of your physique, I can tell you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it definitely stays with me throughout the day, even like when I'm not at the studio or not at like a performance space. Even if I am just at work, and like the radio is on, I can feel myself like internally starting to dance. Even if there's no music on, sometimes I'll be thinking about choreography and thinking about my
Yeah.
plans to like, rehearse or doing the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
show. It's always staying with me at some point during the day. Yeah.
Have you ever had a down moment with dancing where you
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Lost confidence because
yeah.
especially when I was starting Latin ballroom dance, and I was like the baby of the studio
Mm,
as far as like my team of coworkers and
yeah.
everybody I was working with. I was like the baby of the studio. It was like they were really great as far as like bringing me on
Mm,
and starting to teach me everything from scratch, but there were those times where I was like, oh my God, like they know so much and I don't know anything yet. And I'm like, I have so much stuff to learn to like
yeah.
get on their level. And with the partner dancing, especially, it was harder because
You were messing up a lot, you felt?
yeah, you have to learn both parts.
Yeah.
You have to learn the follower's position and like going one
Oh.
direction, and you have to learn the leader's position
Yeah,
going in the
yeah.
other direction. And when you're practicing like at home by yourself and you're like trying to rehearse the technique, it's not as easy as when you're just doing a solo dance where there's no partner.
Yeah,
Because you have to still think about where your partner is if you were to be holding on to them.
Gotcha.
So it was a little tricky, you know, it plays kind of mind tricks on you to make sure that you can remember both things, and also just still not having a person to dance with while you're practicing, but still doing the technique correctly and everything. So sometimes when you feel like you are, you know, practicing that and you may not get it perfect, it can be a little bit like discouraging, but I just know I have to keep going at this.
Because this is like you.
Yeah.
This is you. You know that part at least, right?
Yes.
That part at least you're convinced of.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, are you hard on yourself? Because I'm thinking Black Swan. Okay, you know Black Swan, right? The movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and there's this attitude of being hard on yourself
Yeah.
because that's the standard, and that's where you gotta go if you want to do this and that and yada yada what.
Exactly.
Do you feel like you're hard on yourself, or did you, or have you been more, have you been more cautious of that, or is that the standard that you stand by and you're like, no, like this is how we have to be?
Yeah, I definitely am hard on myself and definitely self-critical. But I am always also having that little piece in my mind of thinking about the future and like, but in the future, you're going to be even better than this. You know, there's this standard that you're eventually going to reach. So even though you may not be like there right now, you have a great group of people around you. And like sometimes I've really been blessed to have like the best people
Support
around
team.
me.
Yeah, support system.
Team. Yeah. And they're very experienced themselves. So when they teach me or dancing with me, they help me get there each and every time. So yeah,
is it like an
definitely.
acceptance, like I'm not there yet and it's okay, but I'm gonna get there eventually, but right now I'm here? Or is it like, is it sometimes ever like, oh god, wow, really, you're not there yet? Is it ever like that?
Yeah, it's both sometimes. Like it's
You shit
at
on
different
yourself,
times. Yeah, you kind of show on yourself, but it is more often the acceptance, you know. But also in those times where it's not, and you're just like, oh my god, like like suck at this, or like why can't I be better? It's like, you know, you can allow that experience to happen. Like you can allow yourself to feel that way because it's not going to stay, you know, it's just going to be there for like a day or two and then you'll be able to move on.
Yeah, I noted this because you do cha-cha and you're doing salsa, which is upbeat, but your vibe is very calm.
Oh, thank you.
And right now what you just said, like I'm gonna let myself experience this, and it's almost like you are aware of this practice of self-awareness, of awareness of your having an awareness of yourself, awareness of your thoughts, of your feelings, and you kind of like you to be more present. Is that a practice that's part of your dance and slash life, or which one comes first?
Yes, I do recognize that. Yeah, I do feel like I need to be aware of things, especially with myself, because
As a dancer first, or as a person and then a dancer?
I would say as a person first.
Is that how you found yourself?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, as a person first. Yeah. And then it kind of follows as I start to practice more with dance.
Because, like, you want to be a dancer, and in order for you to get there, you realize that you have to embody this type of mentality awareness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it kind of leads into that.
How long has that been part of your pipeline of living or daily routine,
Yeah, I feel like
or has it been embedded in you for a while?
yeah, it's been embedded in me for a while. I think probably during the time of like high school where I realized that
Did somebody teach it to you?
I don't know if anyone taught it. No, I feel like I observe a lot, and I've been observing a lot since around that age, and so I kind of notice with different things going on around me, like honing in on the direction that in the pathway that I want to go, and so needing to be aware of like those surroundings, but also need to be aware of what I'm doing because you know, the dream and the vision starts up in you. And then once you really attach to it, you know, I need to be like aware of like where I'm at right now so that I can know how I can start to get there and achieve that dream. So I think that started to happen around like high school, where I was like starting to dream about my future and like if I was going to go to college and the next steps. And so that's when it happened.
Do you seek training for that type of, what is it, lifestyle practice, mindfulness?
Oh,
Do you?
I feel like,
Or is your dance, through dance, you've kind of seen those residues, seen that and you're like, no.
yeah, I feel like it's been kind of through dance. And like as I have allowed myself to, like when I go into the dance studio, you know, and I change my shoes and I put my bag down and I take my jacket off and I'm ready to kind of enter this space, it's almost like I'm entering a new world from like regular life. And so I allow myself to kind of just like go into practice, kind of opening up my mind. And
you have
kind
to
of,
be there because of the moves and
yeah,
the moves, the steps.
yeah, it's starting to really hone in
You
on
can't
where
just
I am and
autopilot
what
it.
I'm doing. Exactly, yeah, it's no autopilot. It's like literally, you know, taking off and putting away like one thing and putting on a whole another thing. And so with starting to dance, being aware of yourself, being aware of your movement, where you are, what you're trying to do, it's like it comes.
Has it benefited you in any other avenues of life?
I think so. Yeah, I would probably say that because I feel like life is just like really improved so much ever since really including dancing more in my life than like previously where I wasn't even dancing as much.
One of the Preach Prak is like a spiritual wellness channel, and spirituality here is changes to our inner world does transform our outer world. So the way I'm reading yours is like the way I'm, based on what you're saying is like your inner world is this dancer and as you keep, you know, it's in this garden, as you keep trimming it, as you keep maintaining it, keep caring this garden of yours where you're a dancer, the space around you also, you find yourself emulating that on that, right? And that's how you keep flowing in this. That's so fabulous. I can sense that you're just like that dancer vibe is just coming through, and now you're saying life is getting better. Life is getting better the more you dance. So that just that is such a powerful observation of your own life. You know what I mean, right?
It's really powerful. Yeah, and caring for everything there that's in you, you know, that passion and that
God, I'm
trueness.
so glad. Yes, you're the testament of what Rasta is about. Before we finish, do you have any questions for me? Do you have any last minute thoughts that you would like to share?
Yeah, I'm really glad to have this conversation. Yeah, because like even the questions that you asked, like really um, made me think about everything all together and like how well
not just the show that's coming up, but like
yeah, exactly, and not just thinking about that next thing, but like this whole like journey so far, and like yeah, it's been really great to really just like relive that almost as I'm like
I'm so well.
yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad that happened in this instance.
Yes, so
Congratulations on all your milestones, and I look forward to your show when it's here.
Thank
I'm
you
sure
so
it'll be
much.
fabulous. And when you go to Europe as a dancer,
Yeah,
that'll
I
be
can't
another
wait.
fabulous moment. Yeah, congratulations to
Exactly.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Keep
it.
it up.
Yes. Thank you.